Yo, I'm here in Far, Texas, and we are documenting the journey here. So I just did my paperwork and got that sent in. This is my page I always use. This is on the steering wheel, turning this into my desk. So this opens up. It's got all my stuff in there. There's another clipboard, extra logbooks, everything to be legal for the truck is in here. And then over here, this folder has all the company stuff that I need to stay legal. Okay, so this is going to be how you write your own paper. This is for the driver to keep track of himself. So, as you can see, we got all these pages, but then these pages back here are already done. So this is how you set it up. Okay, so this is where I'm at right now. So when I get my next trailer, whether it's loaded or not, this is the location. Okay, so I'm going to turn this key on right here. And I'm going to see what my mileage is when it pops up, the mileage. Looks like 541,984. I'm going to put MT. So that means the beginning. Usually that's where the trailer's empty. So if I'm somewhere else where I'm live unload, that would be my empty number. Or if I'm dropping hook, whatever, I always put MT or DH, like this technically would be dropping hook. Okay, then I will put my carrier name, whoever I'm working for. In this case, Unimex, UNIMEX. Okay, so I don't know what my next load is, so I'm going to put my truck number, OPL017, right? Then we'll go slash. This will be the trailer number here. So I'm leaving that alone. So I don't know what the load number is, but I'm going to put a place for it. Load number. Then I might have a PO, a pickup, or whatever. This, that, bloop. So I'll put pick. Pick at. So wherever I picked up the load, whether it's in the trailer or not, doesn't matter. That's a pick. And then where I drop the load, I just move about 3 spaces down. Drop at. Okay, so now, since I don't know this information, right, I always split my town and my state right here on that line. And this is the deal. So that's where the trailer. I'll put a trailer number here, the load number for my internal company. Every company's got different stuff. Okay, but then you're probably going to have a pickup number. Pickup number or a PO number. So that's PU. And that's PO. And you might have a BOL. Depending. Okay, so I can write all that down. Now, right here, I'm going to put where I picked it up at. So right here, I'm going to put Unimex. And then over here, I'm going to put yard. And then that's in Far, Texas, right? So I put the address here, the Google search address right here, the name on the side of the place I'm going right here. And then we're going to put what date. So the day would be 12/27/24, and just for shits and giggles, we'll say it's noon. We'll say it's 11:30. Well, let's say it's 1:30. So I'm going to put 1300. That's always going to be local time. Okay. So now I've done that. As I cross my state line, if I go somewhere to pick it up, I would put the pickup. If I go somewhere across the state line, I write down my mileage at each state line. And a lot of these companies don't require that, but you as a driver need to do that and get used to that, because as you progress, when you start paying your IFTA tax and all that, you're going to need to know that. Okay, so I got all my numbers for picking up. So let's say I got a load number, XYZ, and I go somewhere to pick it up. Let's look at a real one now. This is our last load. Okay, so this is how I got to this page right here. Okay, so I was empty at San Antonio, right? Driving for Unimex. There's a truck and trailer. That's the load number. That was the PO. The pickup number was this, and then it had this extra. I just write all that on the page. Now I can walk in with this paper. If my cell phone dies, I have this paper with all the information. I keep my phone in my pocket so I can call dispatch if I need something else. Okay, so here's my empty. And then when I got loaded, I wrote my mileage down. And then I went to the receiver. So this is the shipper, this is the receiver, but they didn't unload it. So I had to bring the load to the yard. So here's my final mileage. Okay, so we were at Butts Recycling. We picked up paper. Okay, we got there on the 26th. The appointment was first come, first serve at 1500. So that'd be first come, first serve. And the live unload would be live unload. Okay, and then the freight, in this case, I knew it was paper, but a lot of times freight will be F-A-K, freight of all kinds. But in this case, it's paper. Okay, and I'll show you in a minute what that's for. Okay, now, I know that this is the name on the side. This is what day. This is what time. This is for my pickup. So I'm going to go to 615 West 11th Street, San Angelo, Texas. So I can hit my Google device, navigate to 615 West 11th Street, San Angelo, Texas. And it's going to pop up. And if you got a different GPS, if you got some kind of deal in your logs or whatever, you can navigate it, whatever. Okay, so then my drop, right? So as I'm here, like I'm going to write this down here. I'll write all this information before I leave here. Okay, then I check my fuel. Do I need fuel? Do I need, what do I need? You know what I mean? To get there. Do I have enough hours? Everything else like that. If I don't have hours, I need to make my people aware of that. And then I need to make an appropriate fuel stop to keep fuel because we all need go juice, right? Okay, so I get to the place. I'm looking for the sign. And I find this place. I do their song and dance, whatever they want me to do. And then I take a picture of my stuff, my BOL and all that. Send that to dispatch. Okay, send it in. I got an app where you take pictures of it, whatever. That's where the clipboard comes in. I got this clipboard. Now my steering wheel, you get this at Home Depot, by the way. You get this at Home Depot. Been carrying it around for 10 years. You know what I mean? It's real handy. And then these you get at Walmart, okay? So I've been here. I picked that up. Now I'm going there. I had to do a 10-hour break. I get there. I know what day I'm supposed to be there. There's the time for the appointment. But this place is actually just opens at 8 o'clock, okay? And then here's our address where you get there. I get there. There's 33 trucks. They're not taking no more freight till Monday. If you're not in line already, you're not getting unloaded, right? So then I come to the yard. Okay, so that's where you got this. Then I came to the yard. Of course, I know that it's Unimex in Far, Texas, so I did not write that down. But that is your trip sheet. Okay, and this is for you as the driver. Now, as your book gets full, you do this. And then you have a whole fresh book. Okay, so now, let's say it's been 2 months, and the boss calls me and says, hey, do you remember back around Christmas when XYZ situation? Well, let me look. Okay, now one of the things I do when I send in my BOL and my information to get paid, because they use the BOL to get paid from the broker, right? So that's how they get paid, right? So I take a picture of this page. I send this in with it. And then if they call me with a question, all I'm going to do is look at this page and tell them, you see what I'm saying? So if I just snap one extra picture of this, they know everything I know. Everything I know about that, if something was some kind of messed up deal, I'll write that on there. You know what I'm saying? So that's the short skinny of it all. And here is the actual deal. I'm not going to show you the BOL because it hasn't been collected yet. So never give anybody the BOL except for your company. If you give it to the broker, then they can get paid on it and then not pay your company. So you are the driver. You work, like me, I work for Unimex. So Unimex gets a picture of the signed BOL. Okay, nobody else, just them. Okay, so this is what day I sent it in. Drive axles are apt to send it in. Load number, truck, trailer, the date I loaded, what city, and then that, and then date I unloaded was here. I did not get unloaded, so I put that. There's my name again. Commodity was paper in this case. I dropped it at the yard. I didn't use any straps or load locks. Here's the highways traveled. Here's my mileage. I didn't leave the state of Texas, so my empty's that. My loaded's that. So my loaded is from here to there and then to there. So that's your 327. It was 217 to get loaded. Here's the highways I traveled to get loaded. Here's the highways I traveled to try to get unloaded. And then back to here. And then I leave a note right here. So they don't even have to look at the other page. Receiver said, come back Monday. Loaded trailer at FAR. I stopped in Junction City and put on $20 worth of DEF to get back to the yard because we have DEF on the yard. Here's my signature, which makes this a legal binding document. Here's my odometer. Here's the other deal. So this is me saying that these numbers are correct. And they need this. It's like a federal law. They keep track of this and your maintenance. So like all roads are toll roads. If you're new to this deal, I'll do another one for a checklist when you pick up, and I'll do another one for a checklist when you deliver a load. All right, Raquel, go get them.